Alright, today we'll be going over a creative exercise program, or at least a few exercises for falling, or arms falling forward during an overhead squat, kyphosis or upper cross syndrome, kyphosis and forward head posture with the neck. Will help pull those shoulders back, and then Decker veins within the wrist or the thumb extensors and flexor group. First things first, we gotta inhibit those overactive and tight muscles. I like to use a baseball. You can use something softer, maybe a stress ball, something filled with sand. But what I'm going to be doing is calming the active trigger points or latent trigger points in my rhomboids. So I'm going to place it right about there between my shoulder blades and spine, and then I'm going to roll up and down or side to side to find some of the trigger points within the rhomboid. Also place your hand on the opposite shoulder, and then remember to breathe as you're doing this. So you find a tender spot, hold it for 30 seconds, and then you will obviously move either up or down, find the next one, hold for another 30 seconds, and after you find probably 3 to 5 trigger points, if you have that many, you can move on, you can switch into the other shoulder. That is for the rhomboids. Next, what I will also do is roll out the lats as well. So I'll start at the insertion up here, and then just roll along the muscle belly. Hold the tender spots, and then roll throughout the entire length of the muscle belly. And just like that. Also, we'll do the pec major and minor. So for pec major, I'll roll from medial to lateral through the muscle belly. So just lay on the foam roller, extended and relaxed, and then I'm rolling medial to lateral, pausing where there's any tender spots, and hold for 30 seconds. Now I'll roll along the length of the pec minor, here to here, isolate that muscle belly, extend it, and hold it for 30 seconds at tender spots. Just like that. Just falling everywhere. And then for the Decker veins area, or just the forearm in general, and elbow, you can either use your fingers and just use your own pressure. It's easier to adjust the pressure with that. Or you can use a ball if you like to get a little more depth and more penetration. I can either roll out the extensors, holding and rubbing out the tight extensor group here. Most of the muscle bellies are going to be back here. Down here is more tendons, so you won't really want to be rolling around down here. Most of the muscle bellies are from here to the elbow. I can also roll out here the flexor group on the common flexor tendon here and the muscle bellies. So 30 seconds, either 2 to 3 times 30 seconds to roll those out. Next, we will lengthen some of those tight and overactive muscles. I will use the med ball for my lats here. I'll just start upright and just lean into the ball forwards. I can feel that along the length of my lat latissimus dorsi there. And I'll just hold it for four sets of 20 seconds, just like this. And I'll come up in between reps and rests, and then back out. Hold for another 20 to 30 seconds. sets of 20 to 30 seconds. I'm going to feel that from just behind my ear, occipital bone, all the way down to the back of my shoulder. And then I'll slowly release. That one can sometimes be very painful. Next, I can also stretch out my wrist extensors or flexors. Make sure you grab the thumb on this and you pull back all the way with your opposite hand. That's for the extensors. For the flexors, I'll grab the thumb here too and pull down. And that stretches my extensors here. Also, I can use the wall too if I want to, either like this or like this as well. Alright, next we will start some activation exercises. I've got a box here which I like to use for some push-ups, some protraction push-ups. So basically a normal push-up, only I'm taking the elbows out of the movement. I'm only going to be using my shoulders, my serratus anterior, and my pecs right here, okay? So, at a 90-degree angle, make sure the core stays tight. So I'm going to push forward, and then I'm going to relax. You're only going to get a couple inches of movement. You won't get a whole lot. Push forward, hold for 2 seconds at a contraction, and then relax. Nice, down and easy. Okay, 3 sets of 10 on that. Next, for the rhomboids, we will do rows. I have some tubing for me. You guys can use some dumbbells too if you want, or if there's a cable machine, that works well too. But I'm going to be have my elbows slightly flexed, squeezing my shoulder blades back, and then bringing them back forward. Pull, holding them back for a 2 count, 4 second count on the release. Okay, nice slow controlled movement on that. Good. Now for the Decker veins here, I'm going to strengthen my radial deviators and my ulnar deviators, as well as my pronators, supinators. With this, get creative. You can just use a normal dumbbell if that works. You can use a stick and tape a weight onto it, or a towel onto it if that's enough weight. But as for the pronation, supination, I'll pronate nice and slow, and then I will supinate all the way the other direction. I'm not going to let it fall like that. I'm going to just control the movement all the way back, and I'll do 3 sets of 10 with that. As for the radial and ulnar deviation, I can keep my elbow flexed here. I'm going to ulnar deviate and then radial deviate. This might be a little bit painful here, so adjust your weight back and forth. And to hit the ulnar deviators a little bit more, I'll switch the weight around. Or sorry, I'll hit the radial deviators back and forth. Same with that. 3 sets of 10. Good. I will demonstrate. Most of the time I'll do this prone, so laying on my stomach, but I'm just going to demonstrate standing upright so you can see it easier. I'm going to do Y's, T's, and W's, okay? Y's, I'll be extending my shoulders just like that. I really want to feel this in my mid and low trap right here, as well as my posterior rotator cuff muscles. The T's here. This I'll feel in my rhomboids mainly. W's, like this, I'll feel my teres minor, or teres maiden. There, so also my infraspinatus as well. 3 sets of 10 on each of those. Those tend to burn a little bit, but they're great for shoulder strengthening. Next, we will go with ball walks. We're going to integrate everything together now. So what I like to do here is ball walks. So I will start about mid-chest level, and this is going to help my serratus and my rhomboids. I'm going to keep a nice strong core. I'm just going to walk forwards, step by step, if you will, and then I'm going to walk backwards. Keep that core tight. Keep those arms straight and extended, and that'll help work the rhomboids as you keep your shoulders pulled back, and there's also your serratus anterior as you're pushing to keep yourself from falling forward. We will do Supermans with the ball as well, and you can even use Superman arcs with the shoulders. So you can just use the extensions and then relax. You can do about a 4-second hold for 10 times and then relax. It's going to hit the mid and lower trap and still some of the rhomboids and rotator cuff. You can also do this with an arc. I'll demonstrate this way. Here and then back down. That helps the whole femoral-scapular rhythm. And then, last things, we would do wall slides, which are similar to that last exercise there. But it gives the scap and the humeral head a little more guidance, a little more training. So I'm going to put my arms flat against the wall, elbows at the side, and I'm going to squeeze my shoulder blades as I reach and touch my fingertips. Touch, and then back down. Okay, I want to keep my shoulders down. I don't want to let them rise up as I'm reaching up. And I don't want my shoulders to fall forward. I'm going to squeeze those shoulder blades right here, my rhomboids, to pull those shoulders back against the wall. Okay, I don't want to arch my hips off. I want to keep everything touching the wall nice and straight. One more time, all the way up. Fingers, and back down, just like that. So that'll wrap up our arms falling forward in an overhead press, or overhead squat, upper cross syndrome, and Decker veins. That's just a couple exercises, pretty short overview of just a few that you can utilize.